Brexit, Theresa May ponders fourth bid to pass deal. Media caption: Theresa May, the rejection of the EU withdrawal agreement will have grave implications. Theresa May and her cabinet are looking for ways to bring her EU withdrawal agreement back to the Commons for a fourth attempt at winning MPs' backing. News released by BBC. Valerie Plame, outed CIA agent and Trump critic, plans U.S. Senate run in New Mexico, report. Valerie Plame, the former CIA operative who was at the center of an intelligence leak when her identity was publicly revealed during the George W. Bush administration, plans to run for a U.S. Senate seat in New Mexico as a Democrat, according to reports. News released by Fox News. Palestinian killed by Israel fire ahead of border protests, Gaza Ministry. Gaza City, Palestinian territories, AFP. A Palestinian was killed by Israeli fire on the Gaza border early Saturday, the territory's health ministry said, hours ahead of planned mass protests. The ministry said Mohammed Saad, 20, died after being hit in. News released by Yahoo News. Ocasio-Cortez shuts down town hall audience member after they call GOP lawmaker a moron. Ocasio-Cortez appeared alongside former GOP Representative Bob Inglis, SC, on the network for a panel discussion about her proposed Green New Deal and other progressive issues. During one portion of the town hall, Inglis, who has said he believes in climate change. News released by The Hill on MSN. Wealthy parents appear in court in college admissions scam. Boston: from a Napa Valley vintner to a Hot Pockets heiress, a procession of wealthy parents made their first appearances in federal court Friday on charges they paid bribes to get their children into top colleges. Load error: the 15 parents, including. News released by Associated Press on MSN. 5 key takeaways from Barr's letter to Congress on what's next for the Mueller report. Attorney General William Barr sent a letter on Friday to Senate Judiciary Chairman Senator Lindsey Graham, Rs.C., and House Judiciary Committee Chairman Representative Gerald Nadler, DN. White, in which he identified the next steps for handling Special Counsel Robert. News released by Law and AMP, Crime on MSN. Apple pulls plug on AirPower wireless charging mat. Apple confirmed on Friday that it will not deliver on its promise of helping usher in a wireless future with an AirPower mat for charging its devices. The project, announced in late 2017, proved to be an engineering challenge, Apple Senior Vice President of. News released by Techsplore. March Madness, examining the 4 biggest storylines of the NCAA Tournament's Elite Eight. The Elite Eight field is set for 4 must-watch games on Saturday and Sunday. Here's a look at the 4 biggest storylines for this weekend. Can number 1 Virginia go from embarrassment to the Final Four? The entire season has led up to this for the. News released by USA Today. Def Leppard, Steve Nicks, The Cure and others put music in the spotlight at 34th Annual Rock and Amp Roll Hall of Fame inductions. Brooklyn, New York. It was clear from the start that the 34th Annual Rock and Amp Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony would be different and focused, as it should be, on the music. Gone were the opening speeches, the corporate game, etc. Instead, it. News released by The Plain Dealer. 5 killed in factory explosion in eastern China. 5 workers were killed and 3 injured in a factory explosion caused by a gas leak in eastern China, local authorities said Saturday. The blast happened Friday night at a perlite workshop in Shandong province, city officials said in a statement. News released by AFP on MSN. Coastal storm may bring rain, wind, and some snow to parts of the east next week. An area of low pressure is expected to develop in the Gulf of Mexico early week. This low will emerge off the southeast coast and may track near the east coast into midweek. This system could also. News released by the Weather Channel. Australia to boost national security funding by $400 million, newspaper. Melbourne, Reuters. Australia's budget for the 2019/20 fiscal year will include an additional $570 million, $404.36 million, for national security to boost counter-terrorism and anti-espionage operations, the weekend Australian newspaper reported on. News released by Reuters. Global bond market revelers cast sober eye toward cycle's end. The global bond market's soaring performance has left investors queasy about the ride ahead. The Bloomberg Barclays Global Aggregate Index has earned 2.3% through March 28, its best quarter since mid-2017. But with yields sinking across major news released by Bloomberg LP. Here's what's new on and leaving Netflix in April 2019. It's always true that with a new month comes a slew of new Netflix content. But April 2019 brings more original content to the beloved streaming service than ever before. A new season of news released by Time. Dear Abby, when married couple's sex life runs dry, husband bristles at forced abstinence. Dear Abby, this isn't a dog question but a romance one. I think my wife would rather I sleep on the dog bed and the dog sleep with her. Every morning she quietly slides out of bed to pet the dog instead of rolling over and connecting with me. At night. News released by Oregonian. Barman wins lottery for the second time in 5 years. Bar, CBS, a man in Bar who has already won the lottery once, just won it again. James Peddle of Bar won $10 million on a $10,000,000 multiplier spectacular ticket in May 2014. Recently, he won $1 million on the fastest road to $1. News released by CBS Boston on MSN. Louisiana school investigating aggressive takedown of female middle school student caught on video. School administrators in Louisiana say they are investigating the aggressive takedown of a female middle school student caught on video this week. The video, shot at Ponchatoula Junior High School. News released by ABC News. Why Shazam, the DC Universe's next superhero movie, is set in Philly. There's a positive way to look at the fact that the new DC Universe superhero movie Shazam is set in Philadelphia but filmed, mostly, in Toronto. You know your city has truly arrived when Hollywood is using other cities as a body double. Another news released by Philly. Taito Aveza trolls Conor McGregor with retirement announcement. You had to presume that a guy who is known to drink beer from a shoe could find a way to troll Conor McGregor. He also took a playful jab at his own eating habits, and might have given KFC. News released by I'm Emma Junkie.